The largest anti-nuclear protest in U.S. history today engulfed parts of Manhattan as famous rock stars, scientists, politicians, and hundreds of thousands of lesser lights met on the eve of the United Nations Conference on Disarmament. Bruce Morton reports.
And the rock of peace is standing.
The peace people came to town in very great numbers, massing first at the United Nations, feeder marches snaking across Manhattan in a dozen different directions, the whole mass surging, finally, slowly, to a patch of Central Park called the Great Lawn.
Well, they're marching down by the UN. They're marching down by the UN. They're marching down by the UN. There's a break in my soul.
The crowd gathered outside the United Nations and marched past it to draw attention to the General Assembly's special session on disarmament, which began this week. They marched by the hundreds of thousands for peace, jamming the streets individually, in families, and in organized groups.
Bright morning star arising,
bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising. Day is a breaking in my soul.
Where is Brother Martin?
Oh, where is Brother Martin? Where is Brother Martin? Day is a breaking in my soul.
Well, he's gone to heaven a-shouting.
He's gone to heaven a-shouting. He's gone to heaven a-shouting. Day is a breaking in my soul.
It's for jobs and peace and freedom.
For jobs and peace and freedom. For jobs and peace and freedom. Day is a breaking in my soul.
Oh, I feel the people moving.
I feel the people moving.
I feel the people moving.
Day is a breaking in my soul. Morning star rising, bright morning star rising, bright morning star rising. Day is a breaking in my soul.
Last time right.
Morning star rising, bright morning star rising, bright morning star rising.
My real privilege now to introduce some old friends. Well, they're young friends, but I've known them for about 8 or more years. I first got to know them when we were trying to stop the Seabrook nuclear power plant up in New Hampshire. Give a fine welcome to a wonderful group of young people, Bright Morning Star.
Lived all my life in this country. I love every flower and tree. I expect to live here till I'm 90. It's the nukes that must go and not me. It's the nukes that must go and not me. My friends, the nukes that must go and not me. I expect to live here till I'm 90. It's the nukes that must go and not me.
We're bringing you this concert tonight in several different languages, English, Zulu, and American Sign Language. Laura Kolb from Columbus, Ohio is our sign language artistic interpreter this evening. American Sign Language is the fourth most commonly used language in this country, and so tune in and see if you can pick some of it up.
In your face, after midnight, that's when they bring the pods. They look like missiles, little long green false gods. Just close your eyes and listen while they make those soothing sounds. In the morning, there'll be a grin on your face, but you won't be around. It's an invasion. Next time you see them on the TV, pay close attention to their teeth. They all look like actors, but they are lizards underneath. Oh. It's an invasion.
We did meet each other in different events, and I think in a way that tells the story of Bright Morning Star, that each of us lives in a different city and has different interests and actions, and it's the variety of our lives that comes together in the group that makes the group sort of interesting. For example, I met Charlie King on the Continental Walk for Peace and Disarmament in 1976. Cheryl just described the Seabrook action where several people got together. George and Marcia and Charlie worked together on an album of men's music, feminist men's music. And then we came together several times in a summer song swap gathering called People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle. It was an opportunity for musicians who write and sing topical songs to get together.
Solar power, inexpensive energy.
My name's George Fulginiti-Shakar. I currently live in Boston. And how did I get to be where I'm doing now? I was trying to come out as a gay man in the mid-'70s. Went through the men's movement, had a really fine experience there. Came in touch with anti-sexist music and then political music through Charlie King. And he invited me to play on an album of his called Somebody's Story. And the rest is history.
Inexpensive energy.
Well, it's a long road behind us, and it's a long stretch of road up ahead. Well, now we're together in this resting place, and it's here our hearts are fed. Oh, we will build a fragile fire, yes, and we will speak each other's names. Shoulder to shoulder, a shelter around the flames. You know I believe in you.
I'm Marcia Taylor. I was singing solo and being involved in political activism and feminist activities and so forth, and found myself at the nuclear power plant site at that time in New Hampshire. And I got arrested along with 1,400 other people, and that was quite a political experience for me. And the long and the short of it is, when that experience was finally over and there were many musicians gathered at a Music from Seabrook concert, I first heard other people in the band. And actually, I had been incarcerated with Charlie King, George mentioned earlier. And I just, met these folks and started running in the same circles. And after Bright Morning Star had been in existence for about a year, there was a personnel change that involved me.
sing harmony. She strums a small guitar and dreams of peace and freedom as she...
I'm Cheryl Fox. I'm from Wendell, Massachusetts, and I got involved in this kind of music because I used to be an alternative school teacher out in Illinois, DeKalb, Illinois, and at that time I was studying world issues and ran across the issue of nuclear power, and just as I was studying that, there was a call from Seabrook to come out, and so a small group of us from DeKalb came out and occupied at Seabrook, and from that experience, Bright Morning Star sort of emerged.
What tempo, Captain? A tarantella.
A tarantella.
Methinks I see a spark, a gleam, a glimmer of a plan, by which perhaps I may...
I'm Court Dorsey, and I first started singing this kind of music when I was at the age of 9. I earned my first $25 singing with my mother at a state DAR convention, singing Revolutionary War songs.
Daughters of the American Revolution.
That's right, Daughters of the American Revolution. She played the piano, and I sang Revolutionary War songs, and I guess it's just something that stuck with me.
We're king and she's the Nancy. For a mother. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Ship to the ship, 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 to the ship.
Well, we're Bright Morning Star. And there's a whole bunch of us come together over here on our far end from Providence, Rhode Island, little roadie, Stephen Snyder. Next in line from Western Massachusetts, Wendell to be precise, Court Dorsey. To my extreme left, representing the federal government and playing viola, Ken Giles. Just to the pink side of Ken, a terrorist from Western Massachusetts, Cheryl Fox. More towards the center, and in a lovely blue top, I might add, from Somerville, Massachusetts, Marcia Taylor. Making all of our songs look wonderful, from Columbus, Ohio, on American Sign Language, Laura Kolb. Making all of our songs sound as wonderful as he can, out on the 16-channel board. How many channels we got tonight, Ardner? 41? 21. From Washington, D.C., Art Isaacs. I'm from Norwich, Connecticut. My name is Charlie King. Put us all together, and we are Bright Morning Star!
Just count it in. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, here we go.
Look all around you, say look all around you. See all there is just to be alive about. Look all around you at the people around you. See all there is just to be alive. Oh, our life is more than our work, and our work is more than our job. Don't you know that our life is more than our work, and our work is more than our job. Time clocks and bosses, investments and losses. How can we measure our living in numerals? Time clocks and bosses, investments and losses. How can we measure our life in these ways when our life is more than our work, and our work is more than our job? Can you sing it? Our life is more than our work, and our work is more than our job. Think how our life could be, feel how our life could grow.
If just for once we could get into letting go, think how our life could be, feel how our life could grow. If just for once we could let ourselves go to know our life is more than our work, and our work is more than our job. Can you sing it? Our life is more than our work, and our work is more than our job. So let go what holds you back, close your eyes, take a dive. We got a universe and we gotta keep alive. Let go what holds you back, close your eyes, take the dive. We got a universe, it's fighting to live. Oh, our life is more than our work, and our work is more than our job. Singing our life is more than our work, and our work is more than our job. Keep singing of our life, because our life knows so much more than our work could ever be. And work, that don't you know we got a lot of work to do? It's more than any job. So can you sing about a life that it's so precious, that we have so much more hard work to do? For with the work that you know we gotta do is more than our keep singing of a life. Life that is so much more than our work could ever be. And work, oh, that's much work to do, and it's more than any job. And we are here, our life, and it's precious. It's so much more than our work could ever be. And work, oh, there's work to do, and it's
You might say that's the credo of Brighton Morning Star. Our life is more than our work, and our work is more than a job.